us are on the Fan here at Bar A, across the country on Yes, and of course on the Fan. We'll have contestant number 2 in a minute, but first, Southside and the Asbury Jukes.
We're gonna lose our minds. We're gonna cross that line. Yeah. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Now. Cross that. Got to cross that line. We're gonna lose album. It's an old song. It's a horn section up here. Without love. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh yeah. And all night long, you know I could not sleep, ringing in my ear. You know I heard a sweet, soft melody. Yes, I did. The words at first that I couldn't make out clear, but the dark cloud it drifted away. Lord, and this is what I heard her say. She said, without love, there is nothing you can do. Oh, without love, you're not really you. It's true, yes it is. And all night long, you know heard her way beneath that sweet melody. I heard her say one time, yeah. Now, baby, don't you know that a rich man, he might be poor. Yeah, the money is all that he has. Oh, baby, without love, there is nothing you can do. Oh, 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 without love, you're not really you. In the cheap seats. Baby, all night long, she spoke to me. She whispered right in my ear, well, beneath that sweet, soft melody. I heard her say one time, baby, don't you know, rich man, a rich man, he might be poor. The money is all that he has. Oh, baby, without love, you know there's nothing you can do. No, no. Oh, 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 without love, I swear you're not really. I believe it, yes I do, baby. Without love, there ain't nothing you can do. Oh, 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 without love, baby, you're not really you. I'm not really you. Without love, there's nothing you can do. Oh, 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 without love, you're not really, baby, I know it's true. Without love, nothing you can do. Oh, without love, you're not really you. It's true. Lord have mercy. Thank you very much. No. Woke up this morning, baby, look around for my shoes. Didn't find nothing but a half-empty bottle of booze. So I crawled back to bed and drank myself to sleep. So many miles to go, so many promises to keep. Woke up this morning, baby, on your floor. Wonder what the hell you bother with me for. If you're looking for trouble, hey, baby, I'm the man for you. I will break your heart. I sure to break mine too. me some other fool here if I go away and better the devil you know, girl. Lord, than the one you don't. But I'm damned if I will. You know I'm damned if I won't. Well, oh, this morning, baby, I guess all the odds ain't nothing I can do, child. Please the gods in there. Now, Lord, for them to drag me down. But I've done all I could, baby. It looks like I'll be hanging around. Thank you. Now let's take it to break.
This program is brought to you in part by MyLife.com. See if someone is searching for you right now for free.
Hey everybody, Chris Sheeran back at Bar Anticipation here in Lake Como, New Jersey. I'm with Bill Duffy, a rabid Jet fan, it looks like. Bill, what do you think of Hard Knocks and everything that's going on with the Jets right now?
Everything's great. I'm all for Hard Knocks. I think it's going to motivate the team. The first one was great when Rex went looking for Revis in the bedroom and Revis wasn't there. But this is our year. Everything's in place. It's been 42 years since the last Super Bowl. The last one was January of '69. I was in the Army, and I haven't had one since then. But this is the year, barring injuries, and I think Revis will be back this week.
You think it was breaking news? Tom Brady hates the Jets?
No, absolutely not. We're going to post that. No, who's we? I'm the 54th man, right? We're going to post that on the lockers, especially when we play New England in that second game.
All right, you know what? That's the way it's supposed to be. These teams are supposed to hate each other. Now let's send it back to Mike.
Back here now as we get ready for our second contestant, folks. We have one each hour. We'll also talk to Joe Girardi from Chicago at 5, and he'll have important information about Andy Pettit. We welcome in our second contestant, and he's one who will be very familiar to the audience. Name Al Renato. You know him as Al from White Plains, a caller who has won his way into the finals. Al from White Plains, Al Renato. Let's hear it for Al. Al? Al, you've been waiting a long time to hear this jingle. Put your headset on so you can hear it. All right, our 3 judges are in place. Well, 2 of them are. All right, Sheehan, sit in because we lost Benigno. We don't know where he is. He's gone. So Chris Sheehan will be the 3rd judge. That's it. Benigno got lost. Typical. Okay, so now we have Sheehan sitting in from Yes. You know Chris Sheehan. He'll sit in. Joe's sitting this one out. Get out of here. Chris is there. Joe's next hour. He's out this one. Chris is in. That's it. So that's it.
There he is.
Hey, can you actually be professional enough to be here when we need you? I mean, geez. Hey, I don't want to hear it. Sit down. Sit down. I don't want to hear it. Can you just please be here when we need you?
Right here.
No, you're late. No, next time I'm using Sheeran, you're going to be out. That's it. I mean, I can't even get Benigno to sit in here. He asked to be here, and he doesn't even show up. I mean, here we go. Al, this is your time, not Benigno's. I'll worry about him later. Maybe you can replace him in a couple of days. Al from White Plains is a guy who's been on the air as many times as I have, basically, as a caller. Now, tell the folks who know your voice a little bit about who you are and where you're from.
Well, originally I'm from the great upstate, a suburb of Rochester, New York. And went to Syracuse, graduated in '80, obviously right down the road from Rochester. And now I live in White Plains. I've been down here since about 1985, and I have my real estate, primarily real estate practice, as I'm a practicing attorney in White Plains, and that's what I do on the full-time basis.
Now, you've been an attorney, but this has been, as those of us who know you, this has been your quest to be a broadcaster for many years. Something you have really wanted to do. You've been a big active caller to the Fan, but you've wanted to be a participant or be a broadcaster for many years.
Well, as you know, Mike, Syracuse is really, with the Newhouse School, the home of great broadcasters. And when I was fortunate enough to be there, I majored in political science, and my father was a lawyer, so the route was either one or the other. And Italian son of an Italian solo practitioner, so that's what I thought would make him the proudest, so that's the route I took.
Now, tell the folks a little bit about, if they don't, the few who don't know your likes and dislikes as a sports fan, give them the resume.
Well, obviously, Syracuse class of 80, so I live and breathe.
Crazy Syracuse basketball
with Smiling Jimmy B and the Syracuse Orangemen, and obviously Carmelo Anthony got us the brass ring, so that's really one of the great moments in my sports life. Been a St. Louis Cardinal fan since the mid-'60s, and Brock and Gibson and Flood.
And a Cleveland Brown fan.
Because
Rufin, do you like any New York team?
My son is a diehard Derek Jeter Yankee fan. So I've basically gone from being a member of the crack committee in the old days to rooting for him with the Yankees. And one of the best moments of my life was last year, because when I was a kid in 1967, that was the first championship I remember with the Cardinals. I was 9. He was 9 last year, and he got to see his first championship as a Yankee fan.
Now, I asked the first contestant how old he was. How old are you?
I'm 52.
52 years old. Now, you actually did a show with Mike from Montclair and Dennis, right?
Absolutely.
In New Jersey, and also did a first tape with Joe Benigno in the beginning, right? Isn't that true?
On the Jersey show, it was Dennis and Mike and myself in a teeny 1-watt station,
right,
which we did for about 3 years.
Right.
And Joe and I entered a WFAN contest in a little bit before he got the overnight job,
right,
where we did a tape that was based upon Jordan coming back when he hit the Knicks for 55. And we did our best, but unfortunately it didn't come out too good. You and Chris ripped us to shreds, and rightfully so.
And Joe went on to obviously hit the home run, win the contest, and you don't have any problem, Joe, as a judge, no problem.
Joe is honest as the day is long.
I don't know about that, but at least he'll be a fair judge this time.
I'm sure that's the way he will be as a judge.
All right, Joe, you ready to go?
Hey, I'm ready to roll.
All right, we are waiting for, is he there yet? Is Josh there? Not there yet. We're just waiting on Josh Tolle here. So I'll tell you what we'll do, folks. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back with his interview subject right after this. Back. I tell judges their mics are open, so be careful. All right. We welcome in Josh Tolle. Josh, welcome. Thanks for doing this for us. Mike Francesa, welcome. Thanks.
All right, Mike. Thanks for having me on.
All right. And you're going to be interviewed by Al Renato. So, Al, take it away.
Josh, first, thanks for taking a few minutes with us. I know you're getting ready for the Astros on, a huge series for your team to try and stay alive in the wild card and the division. But first of all, since there are probably a lot of fans who still are not that familiar with you because you're a very young player, could you give us a little background on where you're from? I know you're a 13th round pick from Illinois, etc. But a little background on Josh Tolle.
Yeah, I'm from a small town called Breeze, Illinois. As you said, I was drafted in the 13th round by the Mets. Played football in high school, went to a small Catholic high school back in my hometown called Breeze Mater Dei. Not to get that confused with the Mater Dei powerhouse in California. Played baseball, football there. Took my winter time to work on baseball. Got drafted, went to the Gulf Coast League in 05, 06, did Kingsport, Tennessee, short season rookie ball. Then went to Savannah Low A in 07, 08, went to St. Lucie, 09 Binghamton, and then short stint, up here in September. And then this year I've been back and forth from here in Buffalo.
Now, Josh, the old saying is, at least when I was growing up, the fastest way to the majors is to be a left-handed hitting catcher. How long you been a catcher? All the way through your high school career, or is it something you picked up later on after you got drafted?
Well, a unique story, really. I was drafted as a catcher. I came into my first year in pro ball as a catcher. Played a little first base. That's all I did in high school was catch, so first base was kind of new for me. 05, 06, 07, pretty much I played a lot of first base. I caught, over those 3 years, I probably caught about 20 games. And then 2008, about a month into the season, I took over catching duties full time when I was in the Florida State League. But it's not the same as catching, in pro ball as it is in high school. So there's a lot of adjustments I had to make.
Let's fast forward to June last year. You get called up, first major league at bat. You got a base hit. Do you remember even touching first base?
No. I don't remember. The only thing I do remember is getting to first base, and Todd Helton, this was in Colorado, and he told me congratulations. And Luis Alicea says, I think you have a few more thousand hits to catch up with this guy. That was the last thing I remember.
Now let's talk about right now. People always talk about the biggest adjustment to make for a player from the minors to the majors as a hitter. Tell us about the biggest adjustment as a catcher, from catching minor league staffs to now really running the Mets pitching staff.
Yeah, it is. It is definitely much more different. I can say the biggest transition for me is being that you have a lot more veteran guys in the big leagues. It takes them a little bit to gain the trust in you. Takes them a little bit to to really get them to feel that you really know what you're doing. As opposed in the minor leagues, the pitchers are kind of, just going with you. They're just out there kind of throwing everything on you as the catcher. And up here, I found out that it's more working hand in hand where, the pitcher needs to trust in the catcher needs to trust in the pitcher, and you have to be on the same page, because when you're not, the veteran guys don't like that. And also, as far as, the other part of it, the hitters here make so many adjustments. It's just tremendous, from pitch to pitch. You really can't try to trick yourself. You just got to, kind of go with what you see, how the hitter's taking swings and stuff like that. But, the minor league hitters don't make adjustments as they do up here.
We always hear about it. How much of a challenge is it catching the knuckleball of Mr. Dickey, who has just had a tremendous year for you guys?
Yeah, it is a challenge every day. When I go out and play catch with him, or in between starts catches bullpens, it's something new for me. Even though I've caught a lot of his starts this year, it's not I'm far from even having that thing close to where I feel 100% comfortable back there. So it has been tough, and he's been really nasty as of late, so that's making it a little bit more difficult, but it's a good thing for him.
Absolutely, tough around the hitters. Last but not least, you're getting ready for the Astros. 7 back in the wild card, 35 to play. Do you ever think about that in terms of your mindset, or is it just literally one game at a time, prepare for who you have to catch that night, game plan, and just take it game by game?
Yeah, no question. You can't, for us as a team, I don't think we can look too far ahead. We gotta win most important, and that's right now. And that's how we're looking at it. And if we prepare ourselves, for tonight's game, and we go out there and, everything goes in line and we win the game, great, and we gotta get ready for tomorrow. So it's definitely a one day at a time for us.
Josh, I know for a young player, you're totally focused on what's going on tonight, so thank you for taking the time to be with us. Good luck this weekend, and good luck the rest of the season.
Okay, great. Thank you for having me on.
Josh, thank you very much. Appreciate it. You're a good sport. Thank you very much, and good luck.
All right, Mike. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Josh Tolley. All right, Al, now you get ready. You got 3 minutes for whatever your monologue or rant is. Check the clock, and away you go. Take it away.
Hello, everybody. I am Al Renato, a.k.a. Al from White Plains, if you haven't figured it out yet. Welcome to round 3, the War on the Shore. We're on the Fan. This is the Fantasy Phenom Contest. And as we look around, obviously, beautiful weather. We close down the end of summer. We get ready for football. Your Yankees, flat-footed ties. They head to Chicago for a huge 3-game series. for both teams. We just spoke to Josh Tolley. They try and stay alive in the wild card, but unfortunately, some awful news on the baseball front. Steven Strasburg, phenom, 100 miles an hour. Looks like he is not only done this year, probably done for next year. Looks like Tommy John surgery, damaged elbow. Awful news, and that shows you why, whether it's Steven Strasburg or whether it's Darrelle Revis or whether it's any other athlete, it's all about right now. One pitch, one hit, and you can be done. I'm fortunate enough, as long as I can think, I can do what I can do. But Darrelle Revis now is looking for a big contract because he plays in the most vicious, violent, brutal sport that we love to watch, but we have no idea what it's like until you watch these guys and see the struggle and the brutality that they go through, whether it's on Hard Knocks, whether it's on NFL Sundays, and that takes us to what's around the corner. And that's the National Football League, and this is NFC East country. We've got new faces in old places. You've got a new sheriff in town in D.C. and a new quarterback. You've got a new quarterback running the show in Philadelphia. In Dallas, you've got a coach on the hot seat, and the Giants have got themselves a shiny new house in the Meadowlands. It should be a blast to watch all year long. As we look at it real quick, we don't have time to break it down, but Albert Hainsworth has already figured out, son, we went 4-12 last year without you. With you, we can go 4-12 without you. The new sheriff, it's my way or the highway. He's got a new quarterback. He's going to put a running team together for Donovan McNabb. They will be rough. They will be tough. They were the toughest 4-12 team in all of football last year. Every week, they will give you a snootful, whether it's in the division or out of the division. Your Eagles have finally got what Andy Reid has longed for. He loved Donovan McNabb, but not the most accurate quarterback in the world as much as I love him. Right? He's got Kevin Cobb, who is the perfect West Coast quarterback. You thought he threw a lot with Donovan McNabb? You just wait to see the pass-run mix this year. He's got mercurial wide receivers, the fastest combo. Macklin can fly. On the other side, he's got Deshaun Jackson. He goes from 0 to 60 in the blink of an eye. LaShawn McCoy will be a big-time impact player in the backfield. The question for the Eagles is always the same. Can they stop anybody? New defensive coordinator, Mr. McDermott, took over for the late Jim Johnson. We will see whether or not that defense can step up in big spots. In Big D, Jerry Jones, it's Super Bowl or bust. The head coach is running the defense. If he doesn't get this team to the final show, he's done, plain and simple. And as for the Giants, it's what it's always about. You got to go back to smash mouth football, block, run the ball down your throat on offense, pressure the quarterback on defense. Brandon Jacobs, I don't want to hear about whose ballpark it is. I want to see 1,200 yards, 4+ yards a carry, run it downhill. You be the windshield, let them be the bug. I am Al from White Plains. This is WFAN. We are live at Bar A.
All right, Al in White Plains, everybody. All right, Joe, your thoughts.
Al, how are you, bro? It's been a long time.
It's been a long time.
Look, there's no question. I mean, I've listened to Al for a lot of years, and Al's as knowledgeable as anybody. I mean, there's no issue there at all. I thought in the Tolley interview, I thought you should have gave me a little more about what's going on with the Mets instead of his background. But, you know, it was good. But I want to know. I want to talk more about what's happening with the team. Your monologue was very good. You know, you got passion. You know, you got. You know what I'm saying, Al? You got that oomph that you need. So I thought the monologue was good. I know you had to bounce around because you only got 3 minutes. But I thought the monologue was very good. The only thing with Tolley, I thought maybe give me a little bit more about the disaster that the Mets are now. But outside of that, very good.
Tracy?
It is very different to go from being a caller to being a host. And I thought you were excellent. I really do. I thought you were very good. I thought you elicited very good responses from your interview guest. I thought you were very strong. The last question was a little like Bull Durham, though. So, you know, I'll take what. 3 minutes in your monologue. It's a lot of time to fill. You did a very good job. You were fluid. You were fluent. You were a contender. There's no doubt about it.
Nick?
Well, Al, you definitely got the gift of gab. And I liked the interview, unlike Joe, because I like that you brought up the catching thing, and that's the fastest way to the majors. We all know the Mets are a disaster, you know, and no one needs to keep going down that road. What it was like, the first hit, your composure was good. You got good glasses. You look like you're comfortable with Mike. The word yiggles, that was a good word. The interview was excellent. I thought that then your monologue was a little long. I would have shortened it a little bit, but you definitely came across as a pro and as a guy I would like to listen to, even with that little twang from wherever you are. White Plains. I thought it was very good.
Well, you don't have a twang?
Well, I have a twang.
I mean, are you kidding me?
He's got a different twang.
But that's another twang. Mike understands.
All right, Nick, thank you very much, guys. All right, Al, congratulations. Thank you. We'll see what happens. We got 3 more to go here from Bar A, folks. Coming up, a lot more to do. You'll still hear from Joe Girardi, important day from Chicago. Nick is going to come up and say hello at 3:05, tell us what's going on in his life. We'll be back after this.
Welcome back to Bar Anticipation here in Lake Como, New Jersey. I'm Chris Sheeran. This is Sandy. Where are you from, Sandy? Again?
Ocean, New Jersey, right up the street.
Ocean, New Jersey, right up the street. And you're a Yankee fan, right?
Huge Yankee fan since 1963.
All right, since 1963. Let's talk about the present, though. All right, little issue in the rotation. Do you think the Yankees are going to be okay down the stretch?
Yeah, I think so. If we get Andy back healthy and Phil Hughes straighten some of the challenges he had, I think we'll be fine.
I think Hughes is going to be fine. I think that if Ivan Nova could give them some length, what do you think? He could be a difference maker.
I love his guts, man. Throw high and tight to Batista. Got to send a message. And you see the way his team rallied in? It was unbelievable. The way the bullpen charged and everything else. That showed a lot of character.
All right, thanks a lot, Sandy.
It was good seeing you, bud.
Hey, good seeing you, too. Now let's send it back to Mike.
We'll talk to Nicholas Totoro when we come back. We got a lot more to do. You hear from Southside. We'll have contestant number 3, Joe Girardi, still to come. A lot more to do. 3 o'clock Bar A on this beautiful Friday. Here's the Mink Man.
WFAN HD and WXRK HD3 New York.
Hey, Mike, this report brought to you by Hart Chapter Marks, continuing an American tradition of fine tailored clothing since 1887, and also brought to you by Princeton Porsche, Route 1 South in Lawrenceville, New Jersey. Let's update the leaderboard at the Barclays, and right now we have a 4-way tie for the lead in the second round. Kevin Streelman, Tiger Woods, Brian Gay, and John Senden. Streelman is in the clubhouse. Tiger is -7 through 11, -1 today. Gay is -7 through 5, and Senden is -7 through 4 holes of the second round today. Nationals pitcher Steven Strasburg, the news is not good. He will undergo Tommy John surgery. He'll get a second opinion, but that would put him out of baseball for at least a year. Yanks and White Sox tonight in Chicago. The Yankees entered the series tied with Tampa Bay atop the American League East. The Red Sox 5.5 back, and the Rays and Red Sox will open a series in Florida. And the White Sox claiming Manny Ramirez off of waivers, and Yankee manager Joe Girardi with Mike Francesa on the Fan today at 5:05. We'll have the Mets and Astros started with 3 games set at Citi Field tonight on the Fan. Mike Pelfrey and Nelson Figueroa are your starters, and the Jets and Redskins play a preseason game tonight in the Meadowlands. This report brought to you by 5 Hour Energy. Long drive ahead, pull over for a 5 Hour Energy. People choose 5 Hour Energy over 6 million times a week to get past that sleepy, groggy feeling. 1 quick sip is all it takes, so why drive tired when you can drive with energy? 5 Hour Energy. Try it today. 80 degrees and sunshine, and that's what's happening. This is John Minko with 2020 Sports on WFAN, the flagship station for Boomer and Carton in the morning, and mic'd up Francesa on the Fan in the afternoon.
All right, 3:03, mic'd up. Francesa on the Fan, Yes Network. Great crowd here at Bar A today on what is just a wonderful Friday. As we come here, the only problem when we come, it's nice to say hello, but we know that summer is coming to a rapid close. 1 big week left. We'll continue our fantasy contest. Nice of Nick Totoro to join us today and be one of our contestants. Big hand for Nick Totoro, folks. Nick, good to see you as always.
Thanks, Mike. Nice to be here.
The fine acting Totoro brothers, and Nick's going to return to something he does very well, and that is back to being a cop this year.
Yeah.
And with Tom Selleck, as a matter of fact, very big show coming up on CBS.
Yeah, Tom Selleck, Donnie Wahlberg, the girl that had a baby with Tom Brady. What's her name?
Oh, the Giselle?
Not Giselle. It's,
oh, you mean the first one?
The first one.
Oh,
yeah.
pretty girl.
Pretty, very pretty.
Oh, yeah, very pretty
Tall.
girl. Oh, what's her name?
God, I'm so embarrassed. Bridget Moynihan.
Bridget Moynihan.
I'm
That's
sorry.
right. Beautiful girl.
Don't get
Bridget.
mad at me.
Beautiful
Very
girl,
pretty.
Bridget Moynihan. Yeah, very pretty girl.
Yeah.
So she's in there too, huh?
Right.
So I know that CBS got big plans for it. It's big play. Getting Tom Selleck back's a big deal.
Yeah.
So I mean that's a very, and something you're very familiar with, playing a cop.
I've been lucky with the cop. You know, even though I've been trying to do comedy and other stuff, the blues have brought me good luck. So maybe it'll be a good run. It started out as a little something in the pilot, like one scene, and then they said, you know, we loved it. So you never know, you know. So now they've been developing the character. He's a sergeant who's mentoring the youngest boy. It's a whole family, a generation of Irish cops. Tom Selleck is like the commissioner. His other father was a retired captain, and now Donnie Wahlberg's the hotshot detective. And then the young kid, who was an Ivy Leaguer, is now going on to be on the force and is being mentored by this Italian sergeant.
Well, you can tell you're a pro. You know, if you get good writing, that's the key. You know, just like last year with The Good Wife, which turned out to be a big hit because it was very well written. It was a good show. You get good writing, you got a good show. That's
right. It all starts there. People don't realize that, you know, if you got a good script, you got a shot.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Unless you're like Larry David and you're like brilliant.
Yeah,
you can do something,
absolutely. If you're
like
just
Kirby.
quirky, funny, you know, the guy's just ridiculously funny. That's all there is to it. Now, as you may not know, or you probably do, Totoro is there are sick Yankee fans. I know a lot of them. Okay, but you are a demonstratively sick. You see him do the things on the website. You are a nut Yankee fan. So let's get you. I'm going to Girardi at 5. He probably is standing right now on the field in Chicago with his fingers crossed, hoping Andy Pettit doesn't tell him his groin hurts again today. Today they're doing a side session. Are you concerned about the Yankees right now?
You know, yeah, I am, because I think that the team is a good team, but I think you can't get too carried away with that they're tied for first and they're going to make the playoffs. I'm looking at the whole team, and I'm feeling like there's something missing. There's just that magic, not that the depth they had last year with all those clutch wins with Damon and Matsui, and even a guy like Melky. I feel like, you know, you had a good group. Why not let them have another run again? I know those guys were getting older, but
they miss Damon.
They do miss him.
And Matsui was brilliant in the postseason.
He was.
I mean, he was sensational. And he hasn't had a great year with the Angels. Got about 60 RBIs, but he was great in the postseason.
And they've been trying to replace them all year.
Yes.
And it still hasn't happened.
I agree. But now you got to worry about Burnett. You got to worry about Vasquez. You know, you're going to ask Phil Hughes to do a lot now. You just can't count on Burnett or Vasquez now. You got to hold your breath. And in the AL East, that's tough stuff. I mean, you got Sabathia. Thank God you got Sabathia. But you need Andy to come back big here.
You're going to need him big time. If he doesn't come back, because Burnett, you can't count on.
Cannot count on Burnett.
And you don't know what you're going to get out of Hughes. He's a young guy yet. You don't know if he's got that, you know, that playoff experience that's going to get you over the hump. And last year they did it with 3 guys. They were lucky. And this year, you know, Burnett, you don't know what you're going to get. He's either fantastic or he's a disaster. And you can see why he's probably never been that grade A pitcher. You know, there's just something about him. I don't know what it is, why he can't.
Tell these guys, as you judge these contestants today, and I see things and you see things, when you go into a rehearsal, what's the most important thing? When you go in to read, what's the most important thing you try to do? You got a bunch of people sitting there like that, and they say, read for this part. What's the most important thing you look to do when you do that?
I think the most important thing is the choices that you make and the spin that you put on it.
How you play the character.
Right, because you might go in the room, and it might, you know, maybe 20 guys may read it the same way, and then you go in
and give it a different attitude.
You have a different take on it, a different spin, and they might go, wow.
Right.
I never saw it that way.
So it's interpretation more than anything else.
Exactly, because some choices is really important. Because you might say, it's not really a right or a wrong. They just say, well, that was a great choice. It might be absurd, it might be crazy, but, you know, I even heard of a story of my brother said this guy, Ving Rhames, who we worked with, got nude in an audition. And everybody was like dying laughing. They go, what is he doing? He said, it's a choice. It's just a choice.
You know what?
I mean, that's insane.
That's it.
To get naked.
He figured, be different.
Be different.
Give him
you know
something.
what I mean? And do something that you feel, you know, be conviction. You know, have the conviction.
You know, when I listen to the contestants that have been up there, I close my eyes and I listen, and I hear the things that don't come easy, like the transitions in the interview, just the little things. for these guys, what are you looking for? Are you looking for personality? Are you looking for information? What are you looking for
I'm
out of
looking
these
for
guys?
something original. I'm looking for something that's going to grab me and go, hey, I want to listen to that guy. Like I used to listen to you and the dog.
Right.
I listened to Joe B. because it was the personality that drove me to it. It was that person. It was the relationship you guys had. And my wife, turn the radio off. No, I'm driven to these guys. And,
Personality is the key.
personality.
Absolutely.
And also that
And delivery. How you deliver. That's it. Same as what you do. It's no different. We interpret how we deliver. Every day's a different attitude.
Exactly.
Every day's a different. It's how you deliver it.
It's the spin you
and you
put
don't
on
expect guys to come in the first time and have that, but you're looking for a little something. You're looking for something just a little original.
Right.
From these guys.
Absolutely.
With 2 down and 3 to go. So you feel you're more worried about Texas, Minnesota. I'm not going to put Boston in the mix. Tampa, Minnesota, Texas. Which one are you more worried about?
I'm kind of worried about Texas. I think they could be a sleeper. And this might be one year that they didn't. Plus, they got Cliff Lee, so.
And he's been terrible so far. Got beat by Minnesota again last night.
I know. But
he's had a tough time in Texas.
He has. He really has. But he's a big-time pitcher.
Big time.
And I think the National League, they might win it this year.
You know what? I don't disagree with you.
They might win it.
They got some live arms and live teams, and San Diego's having an incredible year. Isn't it amazing?
Yeah.
30 games over. Well, listen, nice to see it. Good luck with the
Mike.
program this year.
I appreciate it.
Very nice of you to give us your afternoon and come down and do this. Nick Totoro, big hand, folks.
Pleasure.
We'll come back. You'll hear from Southside Johnny, and then we will get to contestant number 3. Joe Girardi still to come.
Francesa on Yes is brought to you in part by Papa John's. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's. Order online now at www.papajohns.com. Welcome back to Bar Anticipation here in Lake Como, New Jersey. We have a special guest with me right now. I don't know if she's going to be too talkative. It's my daughter, Mackenzie. Mackie, what do you think of the Giants this year? How are they going to do? I didn't think she was going to talk. Let me ask her about the Yankees. She really likes the Yankees. Hang on. Can you say go Yankees for Daddy? What can I tell you? She doesn't have her father's outward personality on television. But something tells me she will later in life. Now let's send it back to Mike.
Every night I see that light up in your window. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah, but every day you won't answer your door. No, you won't. But you won't ever let me in from the street. I see you sitting close to here. What can I do? What can I say to get you to talk to me? Tell me when it's over. Baby, won't you talk to me? Yeah, the till the night is over. Yeah, I got a few weeks there. And baby, I've been working hard each day. I'm not asking for the world to see. I'm just asking, girl, talk to me. Look here, baby. Late at night, I hear the music that you play so low. Yeah, late at night, baby, I see the two of you swaying so close. Said I don't understand how it all starts to run. How did it go? You're up there with him. What can I do? What can I say to get you to talk to me? Yeah, let's see the night is over. Come on, baby, one time for me. Talk to me. Yeah, let's see the night is over. I got a foolish way. And that hot sun, you know, drinking that cheap beer, wearing those cheap sunglasses, except for you, darling. I know those are $400 sunglasses with the diamond studs on the sides. And that beautiful tan. Yes, you look good, girl. Now, if you only would just put on some clothes, it'd be all right. We're on the radio, so you can get away with it. You got a minute? She talk to me until the night is over. Come on, people, now talk to me. Yeah, until the night is over. Sing it out one time. Talk to me till the night is over. Talk to me till the night is over. The sun goes down. Speak to me, baby. Thank you. Look at the guy in. There's for the people on the radio. There's a whole lot of people standing out in the sun. They got sand on their feet, and they got all the beers in their hands. And there's this one little building, a cupola in the middle here, the tiki cupola. And one guy is in there with a little tiny camera. And he doesn't have a beer or nothing. He's just standing in there. He's not doing anything. He's kind of leaning a little bit. You know, he's not getting any sun. You poor bastard. It's a song from the album called Leave Me On. 1, 2, 3, 4. You think it's funny when you see me fall. I didn't know where to cheat a friend. And I always answer every time you call. You love me hard, then you're gonna care. You take something sweet and you make it rough. You make a blood sport out of making love. No matter how low I go, I never go down enough. Lead me on. All you do is lead me on till every drop of hope is gone. Yeah, you just lead me on. Yes, you do. You got me eating right out of your head, but I'm still hungry, I still want more. Then when you walk out, I'm a broken man, devastated out on the floor. You take something sweet and you make it rough. You make a blood sport out of making love. No matter how low I go, I never go down enough. Lead me on. Why you wanna lead me on till every drop of hope is gone? Yeah, you just lead me on. I know now that you'll never change. So strange and wild. Get what you want, then you throw it away, just like a spoiled child. Lead me on. All you do is lead me on hope is gone. Yeah, you just leave me. Keep leading me. Keep leading me. Keep leading me on and on and on. Keep leading me on. Keep leading me, keep leading me, keep leading me on. What else did I have?
One more night.
All right, I gotta get my markers for this.
It's off the new record, by the way, Pills and Ammo.
Good devil on my little phone,
This is where we now count the song off.
Okay. Long in the tube, short of bread, and nothing to look forward to, but I lost on down. Watched them run out, ready to pop, waiting for the other shoe to drop. I'm not coming tonight to see it start to fall. One day since I'm trying to get it right. Dirty truck tenders and some beat up jeans. Who cares what it all means? I got 4 horns and a rhythm section. I tell my butt it's going in a different direction. So when I forget the word, you all know I'm anyhow. In case you haven't heard, we're just looking for some satisfaction. Trying to cut it to you on a soul. One more night to rock. One more night to roll. One last chance to try to get it right. That's all I know. Jukes from New Jersey. Late at night, I hear the music that you're playing. So low. Yeah, late at night, baby, I see the two of you swaying. So close. Till I don't understand
Great show, Jimmy.
Thanks, appreciate it.
Isn't that you I see on TV doing those Extends commercials?
Yeah, that's me. When the folks at Extends were looking for someone big in sports that used and loved Extends, they naturally found me.
Funny, but you weren't embarrassed to be the face of Extends?
No, why be embarrassed? Extends isn't about being inadequate or lacking anything. It's about maximizing what you already have, like going from good to great.
Well, you would know about being great with your football history. So, Jimmy, does Extends really work?
Work in what way? Just kidding. You know I use Extends, and it works for me. Extends has been on the market for almost 10 years and made a lot of guys and girls very happy.
We're so sure Extends will improve your love life, we'll send you a week's supply of Extends absolutely free. But that's not all. For a limited time, you'll also get the all-new Extends Energy Shot. Energy and male enhancement all in one. All you pay for is the postage stamp. Call now for your free week supply of Extends, plus the all-new Energy Shot.
We're back here at Bar A. We have 3 contestants to go in our Fan Fantasy final here. We welcome in our 3rd contestant from Roselle, New Jersey, Otis Harper, folks. Otis Harper joins us.
Wow.
All right, we welcome Otis. Otis, welcome. Congratulations on making it to the finals.
Thank you, Mike.
Good to see you. Pull it in close so that you can be heard everywhere throughout. Tell me a little bit about your background.
Well, I grew up in Jersey, Jersey City, moved to Roselle. I went to Rutgers University, and I'm a Jersey guy, so.
Jersey guy and another lawyer, like Al, another lawyer. So we have 2 lawyers in our 5 finalists.
I am a lawyer, but I try not to tell people that. I don't want you to hold that against me.
Not very popular lawyers, but tell me a little bit, what team, you're a local guy, what's your team, what's your passion, what sports you like, what's your team?
I love football, I love baseball, I'm a Yankee fan, longtime Yankee fan. And I know it's not going to please the crowd, but I am a big-time Dallas Cowboys fan.
A big-time Dallas Cowboy fan. How did you become, why, because you turned on the TV and they were winning all the time? Is that how old are you?
I'm 41.
All right, so what is it? Is it Butch Johnson in your pajamas in front of the television set? Is that how it happened?
Tony Dorsett. You know, I go back to the old days when they were winning. The Giants were horrible. It was a tough team to root for.
Cowboys were exciting.
Cowboys were exciting. You know, I bought into the whole America's team, you know.
Right.
And
stayed there ever since.
Stayed there
So is this going to be a big year for the Cowboys?
I think it will be. I think they've gotten better, they've aged, and they know how to win now. So.
Well, as a Cowboy fan, your interview subject is someone who knows a little bit about the Cowboys, coming from a different direction, though.
Absolutely.
We welcome in one of the great punters in the history of the NFL. Sean Landeta joins us, folks. Super Bowl champion. Sean, welcome. Have a seat right there. Good to see you. Slide in a little this way towards me, Otis, so Sean can get in. You're going to, Otis, you take it away. I'll step out of the way. Sean, welcome. Thank you for this, and take it away. Slide a little more this way, Otis, and let Sean get in there with you. Take it away.
Great. Thank you, Sean, for joining us. The great Sean Landeta, 2-time Super Bowl champ, Pro Bowl selection 2 times, and a 3-time All-Pro. How are you today?
Great to be here with you guys. Great day at Bar A, great weather. Thank all the great fans for coming out today, and appreciate you having me.
So, Sean, give us a little background. What have you been doing since you retired from football? What are you doing these days?
Well, fortunately, I was able to play most of my years in the Northeast, and you know, the Giants, they have a great organization. They're busy with their alumni quite often, and also I spent a lot of years in Philly, and they're the same way. So, you know, I've been able to do that. Little TV, little radio, and it's nice to keep my foot in the game now that I'm retired.
Right. Now, I see you wearing the Pop Warner hat. Are you working with Pop Warner football?
Well, actually, that's a good observation. It's actually South Jersey and Central Jersey Pop Warner. I do a lot of things with them. You know, it's great to get out and work with the kids. You know, I never played football until I was a senior in high school. I started late.
Wow.
But, you know, to get out and work with these youngsters and see the coaches who give their time and effort and Pop Warner is one of the great organizations in the history of this country with youth, especially in football, so I try to support them every way I can.
No, that's got to be very rewarding working with the children. Now, you said you didn't play till you got to high school. How does a guy from Towson State who started late make it to the pros and become a two-time Super Bowl champion?
Well, you know, I was lucky, and I tell people that. I mean, obviously you have to do your part. You have to punt the ball well enough to be at this level, but, you know, you just have to play well, have good teammates around you, get an opportunity. The toughest thing for a punter is they only keep one on every team. And every year you got to try out against 2 or 3 guys that are all very good. And they don't have to keep you, so you hope that you play well and they keep you, you perform well, and then it's the same thing all over again. So a lot of practice on my part, but more important, getting chosen and given the opportunity by the teams.
Now, you played with the Giants from '85 to '93. Tell us some of your more memorable moments, at least the ones you could share.
Well,
I know those were crazy times with the Giants.
No, they were good times. You know, the most memorable moment for any player, and we all forget it, is the moment you finally make it. You know, me, like most kids growing up, loved sports and wished one day I could play pro football, and I got lucky, and it happened for me. And I can remember that moment that, God, this finally happened. I can't believe I'm here. Winning the Super Bowls, can't top that, and all the other personal things. But that moment you make it is your greatest moment. All the years I played, the worst moment for any player is if he gets hurt or he gets released because, you know, it's such a tough business. Pro football, the average career is 4 years. You constantly have to earn your keep, and you can never rest on your laurels. But a lot of great years with the New York Giants.
Now, you brought up resting on your laurels and the average NFL career being 4 years. How do you feel about Darrelle Revis and holding out? You know, you have that's the big topic in New York. Where do you stand on the holdout issue?
Well, I can understand what he's doing. He's played above his contract, and he wants to be paid more. But there's one thing I wish the New York Jets would do, is I wish more organizations would do. We don't know the number, but I promise you that the New York Jets have offered him a magnificent contract with millions of dollars guaranteed. Now, we don't know what that number is.
Right.
So it appears like the Jets aren't trying to get it done. I promise you, if the Jets come out and said, we've offered Darrelle Revis $25 million guaranteed and $40 million over 7 years, or $60 million over 7 years, at least all their fans and everybody will say, you know what? The Jets aren't offering him a ham and cheese sandwich.
Right.
The Jets are offering him millions of dollars right now to guarantee it. Now, if he doesn't want to take it, that's his choice.
Right.
But at least the Jets, hey, we're coming to the table. We're offering a ton of money. And I was a former player. I'm all for a player getting what he can get.
Right.
But, geez, when a team offers millions and millions of dollars, it's not like they're doing nothing.
Right. Well, let me ask you, you say that why do you think the Jets haven't done that? Why do you think they haven't put that out in the public and let people know that we're making a substantial effort to sign this guy? Do you think it's because they don't want to make the player look bad, or what do you think the reasoning is behind that?
You know, I don't know. I understand because I've been in situations like that where you don't want to negotiate through the newspapers or an us against them. You don't want the player to feel like he's being demeaned or degraded. But, you know, in just the name of, hey, us as a team and an organization, for the fans who pay a lot of money to come and watch us and support us, we want you to know that we're offering this player $40, $50 million. We're doing our part. If he chooses not to take it, it's fine, but it's not because we're not stepping up to the table.
Right. Now, you had a long career, and there's talk in the NFL about moving to an 18-game season. Where do you stand on that? How do you feel about NFL players and NFL teams playing 18 games as opposed to the 16 now?
You know, that's a good question. I mean, every NFL player will tell you the worst 5-6 weeks of your life every year are those 6 weeks of training camp and preseason games. In preseason games, you have to display you can still do this. I can remember our old coach, Bill Parcells, telling the veterans every year, look, you guys played well last year. You need to display to me you can still do that to be here. So it's very important. But that being said, after a couple of games, it's more that you're resting your regulars and trying not to get hurt. I think there's no question they can go to an 18-game schedule if you activate more players. There's 53 guys on a roster. You only dress 47. You could dress 7, 8, 9 more players, and that would definitely help you throughout the course of the year.
Great. Well, Sean, I want to thank you for your time. Thank you for answering my questions. I really appreciate it.
All right, Otis. Look forward to seeing you on the radio soon, I hope.
Thank you.
Good job by Otis. Sean, before we say goodbye, what's going on in your life? What's new?
Well, Things are going well, Mike. Looking forward to another NFL season. I'll be busy doing some stuff with Fox 5, with WFAN, and the New York Giants are very good with their alumni, so I'll be at a lot of their events and games. And, you know, just looking forward to it. That new stadium's magnificent. I know you've had a chance to be there. And
how long will it take a punter to figure out the wins in that ballpark, the new ballpark?
You know, it'll take a little while. At the old stadium, we had such an advantage because we used to practice outside. But Matt Barr, Raul Alegre, and myself, we would go inside Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday and practice from all parts of the field when the wind was up, down, and it really made a difference as far as an advantage for us. But it's going to take a little while, and I've been told the wind is going to be more difficult there than the old Giant Stadium.
Well, that will be very interesting. Thank you. Big hand for Sean Landeta, folks. Thank you very much, Sean. Thank you. All right, Otis now gets 3 minutes. You want to do it standing up, Otis, or you want to sit down? You want to sit down?
Yeah,
Check the clock for the time. Right now, let's listen. Here is Otis Harper, everybody. Otis.
Now, you heard me ask Sean Landeta about an 18-game season. The NFL's talking about going an 18-game season, and most fans think, oh, great, more football. The plan is to eliminate 2 preseason games and add 2 regular season games. Now, I understand the fans' excitement, but I want you guys to think this thing through for a minute. Now, the real issue, I think, at hand is the preseason games. You don't want to pay full price for substandard football. So does eliminating 2 preseason games really help the regular season, or is it just you don't want to pay for those games? Now, from a player's perspective, Ray Lewis has been quoted as saying, I know our fans may not like preseason games, and I don't like all of them, but swapping 2 preseason games for 2 end-of-season games when players are already hurt comes at a huge cost for the player and the team. So again, are you getting better football? Tom Brady has been quoted as saying, I've taken part in several postseason playoff runs where we've played 20 games, and the long-term impact of this game has on our body is well documented. Now, let's talk about the injury factor. Sean actually said if you go to 18 games, you have to expand the roster. So now you have guys that would have never made the team on the team. So you're getting, again, a less quality, a lesser standard of football. Now, from a fan's perspective, your first thought is more football. Oh, that's great. You know, but one of the things that's great about football is that it's scarce. There's only 16 games. So that's what makes it valuable and important. It's not baseball where you get 162. You can miss a couple here or there. It's not basketball where you miss 82 games. Nobody really pays attention to the playoffs anyway. So, you know, that's the beauty of football. And what happens to games late in the year? You're going to have another Colts issue where, you know, you wind up not even starting your players, and then you have teams that go in the playoffs that maybe didn't earn their way in because players are being rested. So, you know, I think, and then the bad teams, you look at it and they say, are the bad teams going to get, if they're out of it, are they giving you max effort anyway? Are they really putting it all out there? They're trying not to get injured. They have a job, you know, they're trying to extend their career. So they're not really playing at 100%. Now, and don't forget about it if you happen to be the fan of a cold weather team like the Giants or the Jets. So you're sitting out in the cold in late January, early February, rooting on your team. So that's going to be tough too. Now, if you're going to get, again, the issue is the preseason. So if you're going to give half the product, you should pay half the price. And that's what it's about. Thank you, guys. Thank you for your time.
All right, Otis Harper, everybody. Let's hear from the judges now. Joe, take it away.
Otis, I hope you had a client today because, again, what are you doing in a suit here?
Not only that, Joe, he doesn't sweat.
I mean, come on.
He doesn't even sweat. He doesn't even sweat a little. I mean, it's unbelievable.
And I thought your interview with Sean was very good. You got to ask him about his best moment of his career, the whiff in Chicago in the playoff game in '85. Come on, you got to ask him that.
Okay.
But I thought the interview was good. Again, you didn't go into his career enough, which, you know, I'd like to hear more of that. I thought the substance of the monologue was good. I think you had some juice. I'd like to see a little more juice.
Okay.
Tracy?
I actually enjoyed the fact that you were able to pick up on the hat that he was wearing. Because I thought the fact that you were ad-libbing at that moment and not sticking to any sort of a script was terrific. So props to you on that. I thought your rant was good. I'm a big fan of the 16 versus the 18 games. You're very, very conversational. That's your strength. You're a very personable guy. I like you a lot. I would listen to you on the radio.
Thank you.
All right. Nick, what do you think?
Yeah, I kind of agree with Joe with that shirt. I thought you were like some corporate sponsor or something.
He is. He's a lawyer.
Oh, you're a lawyer. Okay. But, you know, you were very credible. You did a nice interview. You come across very relaxed. I thought your monologue dipped down a little bit. You needed a little more, just a little more passion, just a little more. But you're definitely a guy that, seemed like a pro. But I just think you could have put a little more. You're a brother, so you should have put a little more, oomph on it.
Thank you.
Nothing with the.
Otis Harper. Otis,
thank you, Mike.
Was this harder than the first 2 times?
Yeah, it's a little bit, it's different. It's not harder. It was just different because there's more people. There was and not as many people at the malls, but it got a little tougher when I went to Buffalo Wild Wings. And actually, obviously it got a little tougher just in front of everybody.
Were you relaxed doing this, or were you, I would expect you to be nervous. Were you really nervous, or were you able to relax and give us your good presentation?
I was a little nervous, but you guys, you made it easy for me. Sean made it easy for me, and everybody at WFAN has made this a great process. The sponsors are great. Buffalo Wild Wings have done a great job. So, the whole team at WFAN, I can't thank them enough for this opportunity.
How do you think you did?
From the sound of it, I guess not too bad.
How do you feel right now? You feel good?
I feel confident. I feel strong, and I feel good.
All right, thanks very much.
Thank you, Mike.
We have 2 more to go. That's Otis Harper back after this.
Welcome back to Bar Anticipation in Lake Como, New Jersey. We have a very special Yankee fan here, Connor, who is here with the Make-A-Wish Foundation as well. Connor, you've been to the new stadium. What do you think about it?
I like it. It's really cool.
And who's your favorite player?
Mark Teixeira.
Why do you like Teixeira?
Because he's a really good player, and my favorite second team is the Rangers. So
You like the Rangers too? Who's your favorite player on the Rangers?
I have really no idea.
Josh Hamilton, maybe?
Yeah.
He could really crush the ball. He hits a lot of home runs. So he's like Teixeira.
Yeah.
How about, you think the Yankees, they're obviously going to get in the playoffs. Do you think they're going to repeat as World Series champs this year?
Yes.
I see you have your 2009 World Series championship hat on. Are you going to have a 2010 in the future?
Yes.
All right, there you have it. Connor thinks they're going to go back-to-back and a belly-to-belly, as John Sterling says. Now let's send it back to Mike.
Beautiful summer day. The sun is just absolutely beautiful. Not a cloud in the sky. Great crowd here. Good to see everybody down here on the Jersey Shore as our annual trip. Summer coming to a close now. Remember, you can be part, everyone in the audience can here at Bar A, everyone listening, everyone on Fan, everyone on Yes. This weekend you can participate in helping to choose the WFAN Buffalo Wild Wing Fantasy Phenom Champion. We have 2 contestants still to go in the next 2 hours. You can text to 66411. 66411. Regular testing rates apply. 1 vote per mobile number. To vote for Otis Harper, who you just heard, you press number 1. John Shea, who will be our next contestant, you would press number 2. Patrick Creighton, who was our first contestant, you would press number 3. Greg Sussman, who is going to be our last contestant in the 5 o'clock hour, you would go with number 4. And for Al Renato, who came up number 2 today, but he will be number 5 in this. So number 1 for Otis Harper, number 2 for John Shea, number 3 for Patrick Creighton, number 4 for Greg Sussman, and number 5 for Al Renato. You can also vote once a day online at WFAN.com, where you can also later today see the videos of the monologues for the 5 finalists in case you want to brush up or see it for the first time or take another look at it. Voting will end at 10 a.m. 10 a.m. on Monday morning. WFAN wants to thank the thousands of listeners and potential broadcasters who participated in the first Fantasy Phenom. The grand prize winner will be announced early next week, probably Monday afternoon, with the prize being a once-a-week air shift, 2 hours every week next year on WFAN. So a 1-year contract to do 52 programs on WFAN, maybe more. Who knows what happens? Help choose the winner. Vote now online at WFAN.com or on your mobile at 66411. Joe, Tracy, and Nick will have a portion of the vote as our judges will get their final thoughts after we finish with the 5 on which ones they like and who they thought was the best, but they will be part of the voting. The block of the voting, the majority of the voting will come from you, the listeners. You on Fan, you on Yes, you here at Bar A, you in the audience, and you can do it by going to WFAN.com or text 66411. Remember, coming up at 5 o'clock this afternoon, coming up the next hour, you'll hear from Southside again and the guys. And then in the 5 o'clock hour, Joe Girardi will join us from Chicago. Big day for Joe in Chicago because he's going to address his future today for the last time. This is the last time he will accept questions of any kind. He's going to embargo them for the rest of this season. It'll be only about the Yankees, no more about his future. His contract is up at the end of the season. And there's been a lot of talk about him going home. And for him, being from Northwestern, being a Chicago Cub, home for him is the Cubs, and the Cubs looking for a manager after Louis has stepped down. Ryan Sandberg has been in the mix. Obviously, the Cubs is one of the great jobs because if you win in Chicago, if you could be the guy who could finally take it home and lead the Cubs to a World Series championship, if you think you would be big, you think of the guys who've been big in this town. You think of the great Yankees, or you think of Jeter, you think of Messier, you think of Namath, think of anybody you want. You could times it by 5. That's how big that manager would be in Chicago, where they don't even think it's possible for the Cubs to win. They don't even, in their heart of hearts, you thought the Red Sox fans were bad, they don't think it's even possible that the Cubs can win in Chicago. So it is a dream job. It's a great job. It's a great fan base, great stadium, rich organization. They just need somebody to put the pieces in there. Everyone thought Louis was going to do it. Piniella didn't get it done. They're looking for that next guy. They're looking for the guy who can pull the sword from the stone in a baseball way and finally see if he can lead the Cubs to a championship. Joe will talk about that today. Plus, he will also discuss Andy Pettit's side session, which is very important. Andy, if he had no pain today in his groin, and last time he did, if he does today after he throws 25 pitches, maybe Andy could be on a schedule to get back here by September 15th. And the Yankee fans know they need Andy for the postseason. They need Andy's ability to get it done in the postseason. As far as the Mets, Reyes will not be in the lineup tonight. That's as far as they will go with any statements. Day to day, but with Reyes, day to day has a habit of turning into week on week and sometimes month on month. We'll come back. We got a lot more to do. A couple of big hours. Southside to come. Joe Girardi to come. 2 more big contestants to come from Bar A at 4 o'clock. Here's the McMahon.
Okay, Mike, and this report brought to you by Toyota. Many reasons to buy a Toyota. Now is the perfect time to get yours during Toyota's National Clearance Event. And also brought to you by Hart Schaffner March, continuing an American tradition of fine tailored clothing since 1887. And as you talked about, the Yankees and the White Sox tonight in Chicago. The Yanks start today even with the Rays atop the American League East. Boston 5.5 back. The Red Sox and Rays tonight in Florida. The White Sox claiming Manny Ramirez off waivers today. And also, the Post is reporting that baseball is investigating Yankees pitcher Ivan Nova and minor league hurler Wilkin De La Rosa for allegedly injecting each other with B12 shots last season when they were teammates in Trenton. Though B12 is not on the list of baseball's banned substances, only licensed physicians are allowed to inject medication, and baseball wants to make sure that the shots were indeed B12. Mets entertain the Astros, 1-3 at Citi Field. Jose Reyes not in the lineup tonight because of the oblique strain. Mets extra on the fan. At 6:30, Steven Strasburg will need Tommy John surgery, the ligament replacement operation. That would keep him away for at least a year. Now we'll update the leaderboard at the Barclays, and your leader right now is John Senden at 9 under par through 8 holes of round number 2. Kevin Streelman is 2 shots off the pace. Now Tiger Woods has fallen. He is now at -5 for the tournament through 16. He is 1 over par today. And it is Jets and Redskins will play a preseason game tonight in the Meadowlands. 80 degrees and sunshine at this hour. That's what's happening. This is John Minko with 2020 Sports on WFAN, the flagship station for Boomer and Carton in the morning. I'm mic'd up. Francesa on the fan in the afternoon.
I'm not filling in for him today, though, guys.
You should be used to that by now.
I am. I am.
You and Evan have heard it enough. All the mics up, please. All the mics up. There we go. You should be here. You should be used to that by now. You know that?
I hear it in my sleep.
Hey, you should one more week of it. That's it.
I understand.
Hey, you got the morning show this morning.
Love that. I love doing the morning show.
Come on, Trace, sit down.
Love doing the morning show.
Trace, put a mic on. Welcome in Tracy Burgess, folks, from the Boomer and Carton show. So we got all the shows represented here. The morning show, the midday show, and obviously the afternoon shows.
Mike, could you just say Boomer and Carton?
Boomer and Carton.
Thank you.
Yes.
We're going to clip it, Eddie.
Clip it.
Where's Dukes?
You want me to say it again? Boomer and Carton. How's that? Anything else you'd like me to say, Trace? About them? You want me to say anything about them?
That you love our show.
Oh, I love the Boomer and Carton show. Say it, Joe.
Francesa.
I love the Boomer and Carton show.
I love the Boomer
Craig and I are
show.
very tight. Very tight.
I love the Boomer and Carton show. How's that?
Thank you.
Love it.
Thank you.
Love it. Guys are doing a great job. All right. What do you think? So, first of all, Trace, thank you for coming.
Mike, thank you so much for having me as a judge. I really do appreciate it.
And Joe too, but Joe really he really wanted to do this. So this was this a labor of love.
Well, I like coming here too.
Okay, now, what do you think so far? What do you think of the first? What if anything did you dislike about the first three contestants?
I thought I've been at the Fantasy Phenoms, 3 of them, and obviously we've whittled down to really strong candidates. I know that the first gentleman, Patrick, was very nervous. Very nervous. And it was hot. It was hot, and he was sweating, and that can definitely, there's an impact. I thought Al was very strong, and I thought Otis is so charming.
Very smooth.
Oh my gosh,
he didn't even
so
sweat.
Smooth. I know.
Yeah, I saw that.
Shirt on, even sweat.
That was pretty good. It was very impressive.
I'm very impressed with them. I really am, and I think.
And what are you looking for? The last two who are sitting there listening to your words, saying, "All right, let me see what I can go on from this. What can I glean from this?" What are you looking for from the last 2 contestants?
I'm looking for someone who can bring interest to the radio station. We have such a mix of great sports personalities, and I'm not one of them. I'm just a traffic and news chick. But the fact of the matter is, I'm looking for somebody that can bring something different to the table.
All right.
And that's really, they have to be smooth, they have to be nice, they have to be fluid, and a personality.
All right, what did you think of the first 3 guys?
Well, Eric Spitz, the incomparable Eric Spitz, who actually is dressed like he should be today, shockingly, always says that he uses the word poke, P-O-K-E. And he's told me that there's 4 things that you're always looking for. You're looking for personality, you're looking for opinion, you're looking for knowledge, and you're looking for entertainment. And I think all 3 of the guys are knowledgeable. I don't think there's any question. All 3 of them, gave you an opinion. I don't think there's any doubt about that. I won't say who, but I think that there was, in certain areas, personality lacking a little bit. And I think only one person, and one thing that I never realized, Mike, when I started doing this, and I listening to you guys all the years, listening to you and Chris, I always thought it was just about what you know about sports. Well, now, I'm doing it 15 years now, but you realize it's a lot more than that.
It's about attitude and presentation.
Right.
And
you have to be somewhat entertaining.
That's part of presentation and attitude.
And you have to know how to interact with people.
Absolutely.
And
There's
know
a
how
lot
to do
of
an
things.
interview.
Absolutely. Hey, there's a lot of different ways to run a show. And you have to figure out what's yours. And that's it. And make it your own. You got to have your own special style. You have to have something that's unique. If you bring something unique, that's how you cut through in this business. Now, what would you expect the last 2, if they're listening, they probably are, what would you want to see from them?
Show me the passion and understand. And maybe you can't do it right away, because I don't know if I did it right away. But I think you got to understand. I think there's only one guy that we saw so far, Mike, of the 3, who understands the entertainment aspect of this.
Who was that? You can say
I'm not going to say.
You don't want to say?
I don't want to say. I'm just saying there was only one guy I thought that, sees that. And I would say that's the thing. You got to understand it's not just about being mechanical, sports here, not just stats, but you know what I'm talking about. Just giving you mechanical sports. You got to, like you said, the presentation, the personality.
Well, let's see.
It is entertainment.
Let's see what the audience liked here at Bar A so far.
Okay.
I'll give you the name and then respond with your applause to which guy you like the best. Just let me get each one and then get a little lull so we can kind of judge. Patrick Creighton.
Number 1. That was the first guy.
All right. Al Renato. Otis Harper. All right. What would you
Tough
say?
crowd.
Al won so far?
I think Al a little
lead?
bit over Otis.
Al had a little lead
Yes,
over
I think
Otis?
Al had the edge
Doesn't
there.
that guy look like Shaq over there?
Where?
This guy, he's a little short right there.
Let me see him.
You can see the guy
Well,
standing
first of all, if I got to look for him, he doesn't look like Shaq.
The guy
okay?
over there.
First of all, if I can't find him, he doesn't look like Shaq.
yeah.
Forget about it.
Right there,
He's
yeah.
not as tall as Shaq,
No, I
but he
would
looks
say.
like him.
Okay. Yeah, he does look, he actually does.
Thank you.
He actually, now, Trace, tell us, what's new with the morning show? What's going on?
The morning show is great. The morning show is.
You having fun?
I'm having tons of fun, and we're going to be, I guess, joining the ranks of those who are on TV.
Yes, you're doing MSG soon.
Yeah, we're going to do MSG.
That's
So
it.
that starts on September 14th. So
Which
I'm really
means you-
psyched about that.
Now,
Oh,
you always got
please
dressed
don't-
every morning anyway, didn't you?
Oh, during the old days, I did.
Right. So
I've
now,
kind of been a
well,
slacker.
now,
When
well,
do you
now-
ever look bad? What are
yeah,
you kidding?
Plus, she
Oh,
was always,
please.
on the old show was on TV, so she was always
I
dressed.
had to be.
So now you got to be dressed
Oh,
again.
Mike, I got to do my
Absolutely.
hair. I got to do makeup. It's going to be a disaster.
And did you ever get to the bottom why Evan didn't go to the wedding?
Do you know, I think I told you this wedding. You know, Evan he's 27, he's never been to a wedding, ever.
Evan's
Ever.
27.
Never been to a wedding.
He's never been to a wedding.
I'm telling you,
How
never.
is that possible?
I don't know, but he has.
How is that humanly possible?
What do you want me to say? That's what he told me. He's never been to a wedding.
Has
Really?
he been to a bar mitzvah?
He's
Yep.
never been to a wedding.
That's right.
And the reason he didn't go to the wedding was because he had to sleep.
'Cause he had to go to
because he
Pittsburgh
was
the next
driving
morning.
to Pittsburgh.
Right.
Wait a second.
Oh, that is so lame.
I mean, what's with that kid?
That is so
Can't you like
lame.
straighten him out?
So number one, I mean, he loves the Mets. What do you want
But
me to
wait a
tell him?
second. He could have gone to that wedding,
I
got home
understand.
by 11:30, and
Right.
still slept to go to Pittsburgh.
I understand.
That is such a
Yeah,
Sweeney
hey.
diss. That's a diss to Sweeney. It's a diss to
That
Sweeney.
wasn't this to Sweeney. That was absolutely.
That's a smack in the face to
Absolutely.
Sweeney. I would not appear on that show for a little while if I were Sweeney.
Yeah, the only problem is Sweeney doesn't have a show, so he doesn't have to worry about it.
Well, he means on our show.
Oh, Sweeney should.
Sweeney on our show.
Yeah,
is she's
well,
talking about.
and Sweeney's on there a lot too.
Yes, he is.
Yes, he
So
is.
is there any bad blood between those two?
I don't think so. I don't think so. You look, like I said, I mean, Evan, he's a tremendous guy. We've been.
He's a weird kid, is what he is.
Well, he's a
weird kid.
Evan is the quintessential
Do
sports
you know he
geek.
actually came
Yeah,
there? He actually
quintessential.
came there when he was like 10 years old.
He did sports on Imus.
And when he was like 10 years
Yeah.
old,
Right.
his
100 years
mother
ago.
used to bring him in the place
I know.
when he was like 10 years old. I remember that. And she had him. She was like the typical Natalie Wood stage mom.
Right, the stage mom pushing,
Yeah,
pushing.
Absolutely.
She got him again.
But the kid's done okay.
He's doing okay.
He's
still
he's
young.
done great.
But
He's
he's never
great.
been to a wedding.
No,
Never been to a wedding.
Never been to a wedding.
Is bizarre.
I think he's actually going in a couple weeks.
He's
One
been
of
to
his buddies getting
5,000
married.
Met games. He's never been to a wedding.
That is true.
Mike, I made Joe take off his socks today. He was wearing socks with those sandals.
No, you weren't.
Well, because my feet were cold early.
What were you? What'd you bring? A metal collector too? Were you gonna look for metal? You're gonna look
My
for
feet
coins
were
on the
cold
beach?
early. What do you want me
one of those
to
metal
do? It was
coins?
50-something degrees out.
Got socks.
And I was in a halter.
They got socks with.
I took 'em
sandals.
off. Are they on now? Are they on now?
You can tell he didn't grow up on the beach.
That's not true.
I mean,
that is not true.
Sand between our toes, baby.
Sandals.
That is not true.
The idea is sand between your toes. Come on.
I got plenty of sand between my toes.
All right, we got
some
two
between
more.
my ears
We
as
got
well.
two big contestants to get to. All right. First, we're going to come back in a minute, folks. We thank Tracy. We thank Joe. We'll get to Southside when we come back. 5:05, but first, Southside Johnny and the Asbury Jukes.
Sunburn tonight, baby. When I get home from my job, I turn on my TV, but I can't keep my mind on the show. When I lay down at night, people, I don't get no sleep, but I turn on my radio. But now the only sound I hear is you whispering in my ear, words as you used to say. Now my days go longer as my love grows stronger, and the fever gets so worse every day. I got the fever for a girl. Got the fever, oh, I got the fever. Baby, there ain't nothing I can do. Got the fever for say, got the fever, oh, I got the fever. You left the silver bar blue. I can't remember coming home. I see you standing at the stove with your dinner on the table, baby, to the that you like to see. Hey, baby, sun in the morning, you were my moon at night. Now think about you sometimes, baby. It makes me feel alright. But my days go long as my love grows stronger and the fever gets worse at night. I've got the fever for it. Whoa, yeah. And there ain't nothing this old man can do. No, no. I got the fever. Oh, I got the fever. Sure left this little boy blue, yeah. To go, and I'm ever on out to a movie show. Something that you'd like to see. Hey, baby, sun in the morning, you're my. You've been standing in the sun too long, baby. I was very limp, very limp. What's going to happen later tonight when you're back in the motel room and the air conditioning on and she comes out of the shower, she smells of perfume and shampoo and she got the towel wrapped around her? Is that what you're going to say? Mama! Is that how you're going to say? Is that what you're going to show to her? That limp, weak stuff? Or you're going to say, easy. You are my sun in the morning, you my. I think about you sometimes, baby, and I feel all right. Now she's afraid to go home with you. And I love goes stronger, love goes longer, and the fever gets so worse. I've got the fever for a girl. Oh, I got the fever, baby. You got the fever. So you too. You left the cinema. Well, 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 it's gonna be alright. I said, ooh, it's gonna be alright. Ooh, it's gonna said, ooh, I can tell it's gonna be all right tonight. Yeah. Watch out now. I said, ooh, it's gonna be all right. Oh, thank you, people. Put up to believe every day will be a war in the sun, a little walk in the sun. Get out on the streets, everyone you meet's got his hand on a gun, and if you're too fast, you end up just another one, or just another